on today's episode, we'll be talking about, we got an upcoming company conference right around the corner. Heck, I think next week, actually, matter of fact.
Yeah, August 11th.
And it's going to be fun. Those are pretty fun. I mean, kicked off a golf course, people waking up in bushes,
Crashing golf carts.
ordering almost $200 worth of Jack in the Box.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun time, hopefully. A lot of new faces at this one. So, and we get to meet, I think Jimmy's coming down. Jump rope, Jim.
Yep. Well, let's roll the intro real quick.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full sin, no edits, cause just go to full sin. And we'll get you done right. Full sin, and we'll get you going right. Full sin, keep it going day and night. And this ain't just a podcast, we get it right and keep it tight.
You know, we've talked a lot about culture. We've talked a lot about branding. We've talked a lot about giving back to the community and giving back to employees. And how does all of this play into having a company conference? Like, what is the purpose of it, for one? Then how does it help with culture? And what does it ultimately accomplish?
So, yeah. Is it necessary? I mean, if you're trying to build a culture, yes. Many companies have something similar to this, whether it's on location or off location. For us, we're off location. We close for the whole day, and we're at, I think this year it's at the Woodlands Resort again.
Yep.
So that's always fun. But no, it is a great way for team building, and just different departments interacting with each other that normally wouldn't interact on a daily basis. Great way to bond, especially between purchasing and accounting, or your finance team, or finance team and sales and operations, or whatever. But it's
And we get to meet some of our remote faces.
yeah.
I know over the years I've been to a few of these. And it's always something to look forward to. Not just because, hey, it's a day, quote unquote, off of work, you know, out of our normal, but it's always interesting whether the conference that is scheduled, the keynote that we have of, you know, here's our company goals. This is what we're pushing for. This is how we're going to grow. This is our core values, and going over what makes up our brand.
Yeah.
There's always something else that happens.
Like
Always.
stealing the golf cart, or crashing into a bush, or
Yeah. Now, granted, those aren't the highlights of the trip, or supposed to be, but they're what's remembered, right? These things, like last year.
last year I got in trouble by the Fiat people because I stole one of their balloons from the waiting room, and so they were throwing a little pity party or pity tantrum, and so I went and put it back. That way they could stop crying about it, because they were like right next to us. That guy stole my balloon.
They and I remember last year, it was 2:00 in the morning, and we're all just still powwowing outside, just chilling, having a few drinks, hanging out, and all of a sudden, someone ordered like $200-300 worth of Jack in the Box tacos. I did not sleep because I had so much heartburn.
Oh, I slept.
I was hurting, but those are the things that are memorable.
Exercise a little more.
You calling me fat?
Helps with the heartburn. No, it'll help you with heartburn. I had the
Those
same issue.
tacos were pretty good the next morning too.
They were bomb.
I didn't eat that the next morning.
But those are the things that are remembered. The experiences we have as a team together, not necessarily the organized activities of, we're going to talk about this right now, and then we're going to go through that. Now, those are all key things to building a culture that is known.
I'll say that this year's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be a little bit more interacting. interaction between all the departments inside the meeting. I know last year we rolled out EOS and what EOS is. And this year we have Lisa joining us, and she's going to be one of the keynote speakers that's going to talk, just touch base on what EOS is as a quick summary, but also talk on being open and transparent and just kind of not being ugly in a way, but just being straightforward to where you can hash out the issues that we have. Not that we have it. Well, every company has issues, but that way to prevent them from happening, just key ways to be more transparent and just focus on our core values for the company that we have. So that's going to be real interesting.
That is, because usually the only other speaker that we don't have here on a day-to-day basis is Tyler.
Yeah.
Is Tyler joining us for the conference?
Yes. Last time I checked, yes.
Okay.
So
to be determined if he shows up.
Yes. TBD.
TBD. Tyler be determined. So what is the purpose of having the conference portion of this, like where we sit down and learn together?
No, I mean,
because these things could be taken care of in like new hire videos, right? Hey, here is our system we run on. Here is our core values. Here's how we work inside of those core values. And from there, they're onboarded. They have that. So what's the point of all coming together and doing this?
Yeah. No. I mean,
by the way, this episode is definitely flying by the seat of our pants because this seemed like a good topic to talk about today.
So it is important. I mean, you can break it down in a couple different steps or different portions of it. One is to align all your coworkers, your teammates, your employees align to what the goals are for the company. Whether it's your 1-year goal, 3-year goal, 8-year goal. That way we all have the same visual of where we're trying to go. That way we're not basically there's more than one way to skin a cat, but that we're all trying to skin it in one way.
Because we get the weekly goals, right? On our scorecards, we have X number of revenue or these tasks or those tasks that need to be done to help the needle move. Then we have our rocks, which are our 90-day goals that are bigger goals that help us towards the big hairy goal, the 1, 5, and 8 year plans. And I think coming together and having everybody in the same room, you get a little different visual on how we actually get there.
True.
Because I'm not privy to the department meetings for operations. I don't get to see what is happening in there every single week, on the threshing floor with y'all.
Me neither.
But inside of this convention, this conference, we get a peek into that, right?
Yeah.
We have our powwow. So, we have the core value that we talk about that week. We go around in a circle and say, hey, pretty much the last few weeks, it's been Abe, and how he is fulfilling all of our core values and excelling at that, right? We see a little picture of how people are interacting. But with this, we have each department that talks and explains like how we operate, how we do this. The core values work this way inside of our operation. The way operations works versus the creative department, 2 totally different methods for madness. We're not step 1, put in box. Step 2, don't ruin box. Step 3, put the right label on it. I know it's more complicated than that.
The same thing. Step 1, take a picture. Step 2, edit the picture. Step 3, load the picture.
But how do you there's 90,000 different ways, then that changes depending on what it is. Whereas like fulfillment has a step-by-step process of getting from point A to point B. Ours is a little different, and how we fulfill that within the core values is different.
I mean, just the way we edit, like for me, my pictures changes depending on the season,
and what it's for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's a product picture, it's going to be the same style, but also we have to adapt around how we get that done. Because if it's hot, 90,000 degrees
my
outside,
gosh.
like it is right now, it's 120 in the shade. There's different steps we take to get those images, because harsh sunlight, you can't take a picture of an axle in harsh sunlight. You've got to figure out how to get those shadows moved. So we get to be able to see how these things function and play out all together as a whole. And then sales and operations work pretty close together. They're in and out all day. People don't usually get to see how we affect, the creative department gets to affect that big, hairy goal. You know, oh, the website changed. Well, they know we did it, but why? How? Who? When? Why? You know, and it's a good way for everybody to come together and see the value and see how, not necessarily that we work side by side every single day on the same things, but how we work together on those goals. Did you follow that? Did that make sense?
He looked like he zoned out for a lot of it.
I know. Why am I even here?
Rough morning, but no, it is valuable for each department to kind of see the back end of how each other department works. Seeing how Lacey's department works in the sales, and then how marketing works, how the e-commerce side of it works, how even Jimmy was talking, y'all were talking about something to do with Google Ads, and that face expression I had like 30 seconds ago is what I had when I was reading that Slack message. I was like, yeah, no clue what none of this means, but it all works in coherence to get the bigger picture.
Yeah. And when we look at how we all work together, right? It's understandable to think, okay, marketing and creative makes phone calls happen or makes e-com sales happen. Well, without this, the phones don't ring as much. So the salespeople can't get their job done.
And without the salespeople making sales, fulfillment can't get stuff done.
But if operations doesn't have the stuff here from the money that sales makes, there's no stuff. And then creative can't push that stuff, and fulfillment, because there's no sales on that stuff that's not here because there is no money for that, can't fulfill it. And it's a way to see the organization as a whole and how symbiotic everything really is. And being able to put everybody in a room and actually talk about these things and highlight these processes. It's something that is almost absolutely needed, especially when you have 20 people in operations, and then you have finance, and then you have, you know, half of our marketing team and e-com team is remote. Out of the 12 of us,
3 of y'all are here.
yeah, 3 are here.
2.5.
Yeah, two and a half. Scarlett's part-time over there.
Hey, Lacey's here too, so it's actually exactly half and half.
But does she really count? Because she's the VP. She's like over everything. So she's also sales. She's also.
Does that mean she's not a part of the marketing and e-com team?
She's not sitting directly on the marketing and e-com team.
No, but she is a
She
part of
oversees
it.
it.
She oversees it.
She's a final yes or no.
It's like saying like the
Bum, bum,
fulfillment
bum.
team and counting Juan on the fulfillment team.
I would.
I wouldn't. He oversees that because he's also operations and purchasing, and
One of a kind.
he's one of a kind. Juan and only.
I feel
But
like
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna make a joke about you being Javier.
Oh, yeah. My other name's Javier, apparently. My second name.
The drunk white women.
Yeah.
Javier!
100% confidence.
Yeah.
But within that, like, I'm really excited about the conference.
No, me too. It's going to be real great. Real great.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Tyler's going to be here. I don't think a lot of the team has, well, we got to, no. I'm about to say he's been here.
About a third of the team hasn't met Tyler.
Yeah, about a third of the team hasn't met Tyler, so that's always fun. And every time Tyler does come to these meetings or here at the shop, he always brings some pretty big ideas. So it's kind of exciting to see what he brings.
And also kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah, Tyler Tornado.
I had a conversation with Lacey a day or two ago, and we're kind of trying to figure out how to get some of the functionality on the website to act right and moving forward with, because we consolidated all of our SKUs. So our axle pages have an axle kit and a full kit on them, but we have to get the description to change and the title to change. So we're trying to figure out that functionality now. And she had made the comment that, once we get this, it'll, it'll stay that, we're not going to make any sudden changes or like change with the wind. I was like, oh, so Tyler is not coming around. And she just giggled. And I was like, yeah, as far as we can plan, it'll stay this way for a while. No, but he usually brings some really good ideas, and they usually blindside people because he just goes after it. He doesn't worry about what people thinks about it. He's done his research. He has his own ideas and function that he wants, and he just drops it like an A-bomb. And then it's like, okay, well, let's rally up and figure out how to do this. So that's always an exciting thing about the conferences, because we have that aspect of we don't know what to expect from Tyler. And his speech is inspiring yet uncouth. We don't F off, we F on.
Yeah.
That was like the one that
that was what, two conferences ago?
Yeah.
Said that.
And that is stuck. That one has like I want that on a shirt. Like with his face on it.
So what were your thoughts on the conference last year, Scarlett?
My thoughts? Well, I was still kind of new. It was very awkward for me. I didn't speak up much, but I did get all Dad's peppermints, and I was like 2 off from beating Kiefer. So,
what did we do with the peppermint?
They made a mistake. So you made a mistake. I think when we had the pretzel or the skewer marshmallow game where we had to build the tallest tower. You put the 3 most creative people and the one guy that says yes to anything on one team.
Who was in our team?
Brandon.
It was me, Scarlett, Brandon,
and Dad.
And Ryan. And so you had we were there. Like,
you had the guy that fixes
team.
everything with duct tape, and it will actually last as long as we need it to. The creatives and Brandon, who's just like, all right.
Well, that's good. I didn't know if y'all were going to like that game. And I was like, it's winning.
It was fun. I liked it.
Left field on it, but
I'm pretty sure you should have included at least 3 extra marshmallows per team because
I kept eating them.
Yeah.
If you would have ate it, you would have been disqualified.
I feel like that's not helping us, though.
You know what? We could have just chewed it up a little bit. We could have chewed it up a little bit and used it as glue.
No.
I'm going to agree with Scarlett on that.
Disgusting.
Yes. Very unsanitary.
Ew.
Spit.
God.
I got it.
Have you ever touched a chewed up marshmallow?
Unfortunately, yes, I have children.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Kids.
Kids. That is disgusting.
Very.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Well,
Very disgusting.
let's do a follow-up episode to this, and after the conference, let's talk about what happened, and we'll probably have some exciting stories.
Most definitely.
See who acts up enough to not come to the next one.
Huh?
See who messes up, gets too wild, and they don't
Hey, now.
have a chance to come back to another one.
I'm going to see who all I can get to drink lemonade vodka again, because that was funny.
Says the man.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you're not allowed no more Jell-O shots to make Jell-O shots, because the ones you made for Christmas, was it Christmas?
Yeah,
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a sign.
Different people said different things.
There were, yeah.
It's supposed to be a Jell-O shot, not just Jell-O.
Well, I know that.
was a
Not.
shot. It was a
It's
shot.
supposed to be have Jello in it, not just straight up.
It was
vodka.
solid.
It was solid vodka. Yes, solid vodka. Yes. But by the way, I like your hat.
Oh, thanks.
I
I got it from some weirdo that works downstairs.
Damn. I wonder if that weirdo has any other colors.
I heard he has gray, and I really want gray.
Yeah. Somebody else took one without asking after he took it. And just like, oh, I grabbed a hat. I ain't gonna say who.
So you want us to get 2 bottles of Tito's to make 12 more Jello shots for you?
No.
That's what you're saying?
Ooh, we should have Jello shots at NATDA.
The silence.
Anyways, we'll do a follow-up episode after the conference and kind of go through what all was said, done, and who did what and where did who. So,
Huh? Anyways, yeah, my mind ain't here all today. But anyways,
I was still thinking about the gray hat. I don't even know what he said.
if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Check out our new content that drops every Wednesday. And if you want to be a part of the episode or be a guest on it, just shoot Kiefer or me an email.
we have 6 more slots available for both shows for the NATDA conference coming up, trade show. They're all the second day of the show towards the afternoon.
Keep your mic down. Okay, we're good.
When did it cut out?
Like as you were saying that.
Oh.
So if you want to just
So we only have 6 more slots open and available for the NATDA live podcasts. Quite a spread of people. We've got, I want to say, 12 episodes booked right now.
From finance companies to
Trailer manufacturers, dealers.
yeah.
I know Amanda was talking about joining us again with GeoForce.
I was like, which Amanda? We have too many Amandas here.
I cannot remember how to pronounce her last name. That,
Vaculus?
yeah, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to offend her.
My bad.
Amanda V.
Amanda V, yes. She said she was probably going to join us. And then we also have the Karen, who we're going to try to wrangle in for an episode. And then we'll have a few of the other ladies. I know Susan wanted to do it, and Andrea might join us for another one. They might do it at the same time. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have some goodies.
And then Kiefer's going to be teaching a class, which is what day?
It is the first day of the show, the 30th. It's like at 11:30. But it's last number I had, it was 150 people signed up for it with a max of 200. And that was 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
So I'm not nervous at all. That's no pressure. Yeah. So usually when I public speak,
And if you don't start your speech like this, I'm going to be upset.
yeah. So usually my public speaking revolves around preaching the word, right? From the pulpit. And
Are you going to bring a pulpit?
no, they'll probably have a stand or a table or something. But the only way I can think to break the ice with this whole thing
It's the streak.
is to get up there and be like, look, usually when I start my public speaking, it starts with, if you are willing and able, please stand for the reading of God's word. But then it's like, should I do that? Or should I do something like, hey, who here has all taught a class at NATDA? Oh, good. We're on the same point. All right. So if I fail, let's go.
Watch everybody just be like,
I would walk off the stage. I would absolutely
no
walk off the
pressure.
stage.
But no, you got the class, and then Caitlin and Lacey have the women
In business,
in business roundtable.
That is going to be a spectacular show.
I think it sold out, didn't it?
It was close.
The
I haven't got any updates on the numbers for it yet, but I know it's once again max 250. I think that's what the conference rooms can hold over there.
I want to say Lacey said in a podcast that it was full. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like
I
she
do
did.
too. I want to say one of them that I was watching said it was full.
I think so.
We're close to full, but
no, it's gonna be interesting because we're doing a lot of things we've never done. We're getting really deeply tied in depth with
the mafia.
With the trailer mafia and NATDA. If we mess up, they're gonna come.
Break our kneecaps.
We're gonna be sleeping with the fishes.
Sleeping with the trailers.
With 10K hubs tied to our feet instead of concrete shoes. But no, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for it. I'm nervous about the class. I know I have the information to teach, and I've got that stuff kind of queued out. But at the same time, it's like kind of intimidating. Almost 300 people sitting in a room listening to what
do they
I
say?
have to say.
Just imagine everybody naked.
No.
No.
No. No, not at you. No. There are some people in that room that no. You're a horrible person. Why?
Well, it's supposed to help you feel comfortable in speaking.
Nah, usually I'm nervous for like the first 5 minutes of it, and then I just
So how long is your talk for?
an hour.
So are you going to talk for an hour or are you going to have like a Q&A?
Probably as I go through sections of it, because I'm tackling probably about 5 or 6 different ways to market.
2 words. All right, time for Q&A.
All right. Facebook. Now, Q&A, please. Let's talk. Yeah, this is the marketing round table here. Come on in, sit down. We're going to talk. Pass them a mic.
Are they going to have a big-ass round table?
Yeah, so like they modeled it after King Arthur's round table. No, it's a bunch of individual tables that they're going to have. And they have each committee, women in the trailer industry committee person at each table that will lead that discussion, and then they'll do some group activities, from what I understand. Caitlin and I are actually going to go over my course and then her roundtable talk and kind of flesh out some things together next week. But it's going to be interesting. I'm excited about it.
Is the media team ready for the podcast?
You will be.
It'll be a good one.
What was the side eye for?
What's that eye?
It's on camera.
It is.
We'll go back and review it.
Instant replay. No.
But no, it's going to be big. They got a lot of new trailer dealers or trailer manufacturers displaying some trailers. I think the Good Guy Trailers is going to be there with some of their new trailer designs that they have and color schemes. Kind of excited to see what colors Diamond C brings.
So they had, in the last couple of years, they did red, and then, or they did blue, then they did red.
No, they did blue last year.
Year before it was red. That's what it was. Or no,
They had all colors last.
2018 was the time before that I went. Yeah. So 2018 was, I think that's when they did red. But they've got some ballin' colors. I would like to see them do all white this year. That'd be dope. Just that nice,
So
clean,
hard to keep clean though, and everybody has sticky fingers. They're like, ooh. But, yeah.
As long as they got their coffee there, because I'm going to be cracking out on that again.
But no, we'll be there. I think me and Brandon have to go out on the 28th or that Monday because we got to set up because we have a trailer. And then I think the rest of the team flies in that next day. So it'll be fun. Real fun.
So, link below in the description if you want to join us for a podcast session at NATDA. The link is there. Give us
Limited time or limited slots available. So
Yes, we have like 6 left, and then we're going to be going from there. So,
yeah, full busy day.
or if you're in the area and actually want to join us on the show, you know, if you're in a 50-mile range, 60-mile, 70-mile range, or you're willing to drive here, you can join us for an episode right here.
Oh, we got to go eat Hattie B's because we didn't do it last year.
You can cry again.
I promise I won't get it in my eye this time. That's why I cried. Is I got that stupid juice in my eye, and I was like, oh.
All right, well, we'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye.